All right. Just when you think I'm not going to screw up, I trip and face plant into the wall.
I there was never a time where I didn't think you were going to screw up. Just so you're aware.
Well,
if you want some hope and positivity for the day,
well,
there you go.
I knew I was going to.
Yes, so did I.
Anyhow, regardless, I have to think about this. Unannounced and uninvited.
My favorites.
Well, I mean, basically, that's us.
Yeah, well.
But, you know.
That's why I said my favorites.
There's a couple ways you can take that. Good evening, Mr. Chris in the chat. Hope you're well. Hope you're well.
Well, I hope you watched last week, as I did not vape the entire episode, and I told you about it.
I knew you were going to bring that up.
I was waiting for it all week.
Oh, so, is it worth saying, are you ready for Christmas?
It's just, it literally means nothing to me.
Right.
It literally means nothing. I have no kids around. Like my parents, it's like nothing. It's like another day.
Would you want to borrow mine for a couple weeks?
Not at all.
Like, it's not permanent, just temporary loan.
No, maybe like an hour or two.
We can pay you.
I could probably, for an hour or two or something, but that'd be about it.
We can pay you, Jimmy.
Patience wears thin quick.
Yeah, no. That's kind of the whole sentiment of today, patience wearing thin, because, we just pop in on people sometimes. Most of the time it's scheduled, sometimes it isn't, right?
I try never to do that, because I know how much I despise it.
Right. I get you there. I was checking our audio levels in chat, making sure we're coming through. Don't got no reports of static, but yeah, no, and we do that. We do that quite often. And just think about when the tables are turned, when people just do that, you stop by. And I mean, you can take this all kinds of places. Like, I've had days ruined by unannounced, uninvited, not guests, but people stopping by.
Mm-hmm.
Whether, got behind on a fine and the constable's there saying, hey, or just family, company, friends, you know?
Dude, nothing I hate more is the hearing a fucking knock on my door and not knowing who it is. Like, I mean, and then you can hear me from the inside of my apartment. So I'm like, who the fuck is this? You know what I mean? So, and then you can hear that outside the door, you know what I mean? But, so I'm motherfucking them the whole way up the hallway, and I open the door, I'm like, oh, hey, what do you want? But, they hear me fucking bitching them out the whole way. You quitting the vape? Yeah, quitting tough, Chris.
You vaped, I had to slurp my drink. But no, yeah,
Oh, dude, it just pisses me off to no end.
And then you're already mad, and you're like, who is it? It's me. And it's like...
And then they want something.
Well, before they even want something, it's like, it's me. And it's like, you kind of want to stop in your tracks on the way to the door and be like, you realize when I say, who is it? Everybody says, it's me. Like, now I got to tell whose voice it is through a door echoing. And
not to mention what shit's going on in the background.
Music, machines running, whatnot. Printer might be printing.
Well, perfect time to distinct somebody's voice. I mean, I couldn't think of a better scenario to do that. You know what I mean? Might as well drive a tractor in the background too.
No, I get it. I totally get it, man. It's but no, it seems like the holidays are that time when people kind of
piss me off. Yes,
well, that too, but let up on the unannounced, uninvited. At least. Not always, but I'm saying if I had to take every holiday season and pit them all against each other, I think I've had more of a, hey, I'll stop over. Hey, yeah, I'll be by. Or if I invite them, I'll be by than a not.
Well, like even with you or me, like, okay, we live, a half a block from each other? Something like that, a block maybe.
And if we're stopping, we communicate.
Dude, that's what I mean. No matter what, it's like, hey, are you there? Hey, I'm stopping up. Hey, you know what I mean? It's a half a block.
Yeah, like hey, I'm in the hallway. I'm coming. All right.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Just give me something, man. I'll never forget when I was living in State College one time. We had this raging party. You know what I mean? I mean, a fucking rager, dude. I used to have a kegerator, all kinds of shit. Anyway,
at OB's house.
No, it was my place in State
your
College.
Place.
Yeah,
Gee,
yeah. So anyway, dude, there's it's trashed, And my dad calls me and he's like, "Hey, I'm on your road. I'm going to be stopping in 5 minutes, dude." It was like I had to take a forklift and drive it in there with a fucking bucket on it and get all the paraphernalia and scoop it up and drive it back out the door, dude. Like, I'm throwing bongs. I'm throwing like everything, you name it, dude. And oh my God, he comes in and he's like, "Smells like booze in here." And I'm thinking, well, everything's soaked in it. Of course it is. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's bad.
Old dad.
Yeah, it was funny shit, man.
Yeah, man, that I don't have anything near that bad, but you know, my kid brain, my teenage brain of, I mean, I probably got worse or something to that level, but my teenage brain of not thinking quite how shit works, and that's how most kids are, especially when teenagers get caught on the spot, right? I was in the basement, and this is when I lived in Ohio, and I was in the basement smoking. Like, I smoked regularly by then, like every day. Was able to go to the store and buy my own, even though I wasn't of age. You know,
Cigarettes, right?
Yeah, cigarettes. Buying cigarettes. And I was in the basement, and down there, it's my mom's home, she's doing whatever, and I'm home, and the animals. No sign of stepdad, no nothing, you know? He was on his way home from work, but who knows where, because he drove truck. Anyhow, I'm there and I'm smoking, and I no sooner got it lit, took like a drag or two of this cigarette, and through the basement door, here he comes. He's like, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "Nothing." Tried to play it off like nothing was going on. I can't remember the outcome of it, but he did smoke cigarettes at one time, but wasn't at that time, and had been chewing for quite a while. So without a doubt, he smelled it. You know what I mean? But it just, and I don't know what it was, just the whole, maybe the combination of him coming down the road and he sees basement lights on, like, "Oh, what's going on there? I'll go in and maybe turn them out if they got left on," because he was a thinker like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, sure enough, just got her lit, drag her two off of it, and the basement door opens, and I'm like,
dude, my mom pulled a fast one on me one time too. Fucking, she used to take my brother to school, and like Shane Kovac used to come pick me up. So anyway, she would leave, so I'd go outside and fucking smoke a cigarette waiting for Friday to pick me up, you know what I mean? One day, fucking, she leaves, fucking fire up the smoke. Here she comes back down the fucking driveway, dude. And I'm like, fuck, she's bitching at me the whole time. And I'm like, "Mom, they're fucking lights, man. Relax." Like that was going to make any difference because they were lights. Like, I'm an asshole.
I tried that argument once. They're lights.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't work.
And teenage brain thought that was a good argument.
Dude, I thought I was winning the debate.
They could be Camel non-filters, but they're not. They're lights.
I was
and
like,
they're filters.
I think I was always like, it could be weed. Meanwhile, it was,
Yeah. But it's in unannounced. Don't have to be announced, really, because it was his house. But definitely doesn't have to be invited into his own house.
Oh, you want to talk about a scary one? I got another one, man. So, okay. Anyway, I'm in high school, right? So that we're walking down the trail, whatever, back the path to go to, like, took you to junior high, basically. You know what I'm talking about? By malls and shit? Okay.
Right.
So anyway, we're down there and we're getting high, right? We're smoking a joint. And here comes fucking Mr. Gonder running, and I'm like, fuck. So,
the Gonder finger?
Yeah. So like, he comes running by and whatever. I'm like, he didn't smell it or nothing. So one day I was like, a couple of days later at school, I was like, fucking, hey, man, they're like, "Jimmy, can you just go down to the office and get these papers for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, no problem." I go down, I'm all fucking ripped up for some reason, and I open the door, and there's my fucking mom. I walk in, I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And she's like, "Let's go." And I was like, "What the fuck?" So we go, and she takes me to the medical center to get a drug test, right? Now get this one. This is the amazing part. And I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" She's like, "Mr. Gardner says she saw you smoking weed and whatever." I'm like, dude, I somehow passed this fucking drug test. Okay, I passed the motherfucker.
Probably hadn't been in you long enough.
Dude, she goes in just guns a-blazing on these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Because I didn't.
You were innocent.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, she was like a fucking accosting him up and down. And I was like, yes. And like, dude, I smoked. He totally just told the truth.
Right.
But he tried to put me on that star team. Students at risk. I'm like, the only thing I was at risk for is eating a fucking, extra fucking hoagie for dinner. It wasn't hurt nothing.
Right.
But yeah, it was a good time.
Take a minute and say hello to Jay.
Oh, hey, Jay.
He said hi to Dad and Jimmy, so if he's watching. Hello, little man. Well, he's not little man, but hello, little guy. You can watch this back someday and hear us tell you hello if you're not watching now. But yeah, we went to the same high school, right?
Yeah.
PO.
Yeah.
I don't know who I was with, but it was somebody that would never dream of smoking in school. They'd suffer all day. They smoke cigarettes, but they would 100% never dream of trying it in school because they get caught. Walking with one person and another person. There was two people and me head into the dungeon from like the school heading into the dungeon where it would go down, take the left turn, and then up on the other side of the gym by the shop and that, right? Rolling through there. As soon as the doors got in there and doors closed, even though they had cameras, I like turned around, you know, bent over, lit a cigarette, and then was like holding it in my hand, walking, smoking down the hallway, around the turn, then handed it off as we got toward the end and like started loading like some gum in and whatnot, or I don't know, it was gum, candy, and go up. One of the people who was with me who grabbed him? Was it wouldn't have been a shop teacher. Who else had rooms up there? I know, that's a long time ago. Anyhow, one of the teachers was just coming down in and could smell it and grabbed the one that smelled like cigarettes that I'd passed it off to. Dude, like, shitty said, like, I didn't, you know what I mean? How did I know we were going to run into him? I wouldn't have handed that off and got somebody in trouble on purpose.
So you didn't get in trouble?
No.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, they got sent to the office, suspended for smoking in school.
This one time, dude, we staged a walkout, okay, because somebody found like this hit list after Columbine happened. So we staged this walkout because the school didn't do nothing about it. So the day before the walkout, we staged our own like miniature walkout. That's how it all started. So we were like, two of us had to pull the fire alarms, which that's a big fine. You know that? It's a hell of a fine to pull a fire alarm somewhere. Like it's a lot of thousands of dollars. So anyway, me and Jason Stam, God rest his soul. Me and Stam fucking each pull a fire alarm, dude. Stam got caught and they somehow could not identify me through the fucking cameras, dude. I don't know how.
Their cameras were shit.
Yeah, by the time I got home, though, there was already a message on my fucking answering machine from Mrs. Stewart being like, we had a fire drill and Jimmy didn't come back from it. I was like, delete.
That's great.
Isn't it amazing? I never had an hour detention in my life, too. Like, isn't that crazy?
I never had any at that school.
I never had any anywhere.
I did at other schools, but not that school. Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, me either.
I didn't go there to try and cause trouble, though. That's the thing.
I know, but I'm a talker, so, you know, like, I often get myself in trouble.
Causing all the trouble?
Yeah, well, just running my mouth. They'd always throw me out of class, though, rather than give me detention. I don't know if it's because they thought it was funny, too, and didn't want to give me a detention or what, but they'd be like, just go sit in the hallway. I'm like, okay. Gladly, you know, fuck this. I didn't want to be here anyway.
Right. No,
like a lot of good algebra is going to do for me in 20 fucking years. Nothing.
And also, I want to take a moment and bring up the unannounced, uninvited guests that, you know what I mean? The good ones, like somebody, you know what I mean? Whatever, you know, in a tough situation, broke, whatever, and you run into family or friends stops by with, you know, you haven't heard from them and they just breeze in.
Mm-hmm.
And like, oh, here you go. Here's that money I owe you, or here.
Yeah, that doesn't happen to me.
I've had it happen here and there in life, you know, just when, or something positive happens, you know, like just car breaks down and friends stop by like, oh, you need a car? Here, take mine.
Oh, yeah, you done that shit for me. But like, I'm just trying to think of anybody that showed up unannounced and it's been a good thing. Huh.
Yeah, I know. It's few and far between.
It's because it's that point where I'm already pissed off because they're unannounced. So like I'm already pissed before I even open the door. So like no matter what they have, really, I'm still gonna be a little bit angry with them.
It's got to be something real.
That's
good.
what I mean, dude. It's got to be like hookers and cocaine or something. Like it's got to be good, you know. And I mean like a lot of cocaine, like because I'm mad.
Definitely not a kid-friendly show, but we try.
You do. I just, like I said, I just talk.
Well, I think the important thing is we don't hide anything.
No. That's one good thing. And that's what I always say. I'm like, at least, you know, I'm not talking shit because I'll tell you right to your face.
So we got a report from Pearl in chat. I'm assuming she's talking to me saying that never had to look for trouble, it found you. Unless she's saying in general for people.
Oh, no, probably you, though.
I feel like a lot of people are like that, but especially me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to bore us with all any long drawn out stories, but I've got quite a few. I've told one or two, just the whole when I left PA and went,
Ohio is bad for you.
It was not fucking good, dude.
No, dude, that's what I've gathered from everything was Ohio was not good. Ohio's for lovers or whatever the fuck they say. It was not for you. It's not for Nick Kennedy, that's for sure, man. Like, no.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
But hey, man, I made it through it, made it back somehow. And not that it's a bad place. I mean, there's bad people everywhere.
Right, but it was just you and that place did not mix. It was not. It was oil and water. Yeah.
Not a chance. Oil and water for sure.
Because every story you're like, I got in a bunch of trouble. It's Ohio. Like,
yeah, well, I mean,
Ohio
here.
sucks.
I got in trouble here too, but like, mainly it was there. Thankfully, the most trouble was as a juvenile or under the age of an adult. Most.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the thing to be very thankful for because life could be way, way different if not.
Oh, it would be, man.
I mean, that, and I just don't know how, like, some of this shit would happen in today's world. Like driving a car across state lines with, being a minor, having 2 minors with you through a blizzard.
Yeah, man, I don't know about that one nowadays. Like, that would be insane. Like, they probably take, like, your mom probably go to jail for it.
They probably,
whoever, you know what I mean? Like, your parents
would
go to jail. Like, I'm serious, yeah.
Yeah, they'd probably try and...
Fuck, they go to jail now for fucking if your kids miss school.
I know. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's like, crazy.
I would hate to think growing up now doing that shit in today's world would, I don't think it would be a good outcome, honestly.
No, like one time we got all drunk and there's 3 of us. And we went out in the woods, my buddy's car, because it was beat. So we were just beating the hell out of it, right? Because he was getting a new one. Well, I was the only one without a license, so they let me drive. We were shit-faced. So anyway, because that makes sense, right? So anyway,
yeah,
I know nothing about cars, so we're taking it back, man. And I'm like, man, I think we blew the transmission out or whatever. We go up the hill to my buddy's driveway, and there's just fucking sparks everywhere. And my buddy gets out, he's like, dude, you don't have a tire. And I'm like, oh, and I thought it was a transmission this whole time. But I literally drove 3.5 miles from Baughman Cemetery back into Osceola with no front tire on. And dude, we got up the next day and there was a fucking line down the road the whole way from where that rim was.
The rim was just cut in. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Can you imagine what that looked like going down the road at night?
When was this?
Oh God, when I was like 17, 16.
So
like 2001.
I think I saw that line on the road.
Dude, that line was there for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me.
I saw it fairly fresh.
That was me. Drunk as shit, yeah. Can you imagine the sparks coming off at 3 o'clock in the morning, though? Like, dude, I had to look like a fucking, I don't even know what.
It was like the portable 4th of July, dude.
I'm serious. I probably looked like my own fucking parade.
Like a sparkler show.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's a transmission, all drunked up. But yeah, that happened.
That's the other thing, too. Just the shit, as you live and learn, the shit you get into, what one can do them to you, what you can do to yourself. Not even counting what you can do to others if something stupid were to happen or something tragic or fatal, but what you can do to yourself, the fact that your body's mechanics can handle it at all is quite amazing. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh shit. We got a celebrity here. What's up, Phil? How you doing, sir? We got another guy. Dang. Where are these people coming from? Unannounced, uninvited.
Exactly. Uh-huh.
You guys spit the bill perfectly.
Yeah, you didn't even text us and let us know. Bullshit.
Text us and let us know.
That's what I'm saying. Be like, hey, I'm joining the chat. Appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Can you even imagine if that was a requirement?
That'd be awesome. That'd be so awesome.
No.
I'd be like, no, you're not.
You'd be stupid.
It'd be hilarious, dude. I would totally be the mod to that thing. I'd be like, no, you're not.
Oh.
Only some could get in. I think it would draw more people in because everybody would want in because it's exclusive then. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's like when Cartman buys the amusement park.
You think exclusivity would sell it, though?
Like Coolio's place, dude. It sells it right now. You're exclusive there, and look how many people go there.
I'm not even commenting on that.
You don't have to. I'll say it. I said it.
Yeah, there's not many.
No.
But
he's not there either, obviously.
It
Yeah. I heard they were stuffing him and put him in there.
Oh, I am mirrored. I never realized that I'm mirrored. Here, let me unflip myself. What Do you have any has anything crazy ever happened due to unannounced, uninvited?
Yeah, it's all
Like,
kinds of fucking nonsense, dude. One time I'm in Pittsburgh, I opened the door and some good drunk guy just smashed my fucking car while I was sleeping. You know what I mean? It's unannounced, uninvited cop, and I'm like, oh my god,
so,
are you James Minarchik? I'm like, fuck.
like what now?
I don't even. Yeah, it
No
happened to me
clue.
twice there. 2 cars totaled.
Same spot.
No, not exactly, but yeah, relatively, yeah. I have really good luck. See,
I don't know. Probably my best. I don't know who lived where I lived at one point in an apartment, right? But I learned to lock my door real fast at this apartment that I lived at when I lived out of town in Osceola.
mm-hmm.
Living there, I moved in, and I think it was like the second day I was there, like 2 people just come walking in looking for so and so, and I'm like, yeah, they don't live here. Like, you should, like, thought I was hiding a person. I'm like, no, I rent this place. And that kept happening, like with people that I didn't know, some people that I knew who they were, but didn't associate with them. And I was so glad when that place was not a place I had to live anymore. Because it was like for the first 2 months I lived there, and finally it occurred, like, lock your door, dummy.
Mm-hmm.
It just like,
I always lock my man as soon as I walk in there.
like, the one time, and I don't want to throw the guy's name out there, but it's not somebody you would want at your house if you're thinking about people that were into partying and getting just totally annihilated.
At this point in my life, dude, anybody's pretty much people I don't want in my house.
Right, but this is definitely an unwanted part. You would not want this person in your house. I'm back all the way at the back of the apartment in the bedroom, and I hear noise, and I come out. And there he is, just standing there in my fridge, and he like shuts. He's like, "You ain't got no beer in here? Where's the beer?" And I'm like, "Who are you?" I knew who it was, but I wanted to make sure. Like, so and so, who the F are you? I'm like, I rent this place. Do you? Well, where's so and so? I'm like, they don't live here. It's just a bad situation.
Yeah, you moved into a shitty house, man.
Yeah, after that, too much of that, I started locking the door. I'm like, this, I don't know who lived there before, but it couldn't have been good, man.
No, I can't imagine what it would have been.
With that amount of people just stopping, not knocking, just walking in.
Fuck that, dude. I'd had like fucking landmines in the hallways, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'd been taking them out to the sidewalks, pillboxes on top of the roof, like sniping them out as they come out of the cars.
And this wasn't even the holidays, dude. This was like middle of summer.
No, not in this world.
So
bear traps would hurt.
It started around the 4th of July, which I guess is technically a holiday.
You 4th of July Osceola though, man. Like everything's game on there. Christ, the places I've ended up in. One time, I was in a lady's fucking bathtub doing beer bongs during the parade.
Invited or uninvited?
Well, I was outside and I was like, "Hey, can I use your bathroom to do beer bongs in your bathtub?" And she was like, "Sure." So there I was doing beer bongs in her bathtub.
You didn't know her?
Not really. She was cool though. I was doing beer bongs in the bathtub.
Again, the stuff we do, man.
I know.
No, let me see what's going on in chat here for a second. Always lock your door even if you're in. Yeah. Well, sadly, it took a little bit to learn that lesson there, and I'm not one to lock doors. Like, never locked the door. Living with my dad, I don't know how mom and stepdad were. I think they locked the doors at night, if I remember correctly. But, having my own shop and stuff, or studio shop, whatever the hell you want to call this collection here, I gotta lock the door to keep the equipment and shit safe, which that's a given. But at home, I usually don't lock the door now. You know what I mean?
You get better now because now everybody knows.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to have a crowd at my house
You are, dude.
when I go to work.
That's awesome. Because they ain't going to be in my
there.
house then. Yours ain't at mine. That's even better.
Won't be nothing left.
Yep.
Just emptied out.
Just do what you want. Just don't do it around me.
But no, holidays, man. I don't know. I've had it go both ways, but I think overall, I'm going to go back to my original statement of I've had more the uninvited, unannounced shit cut way down during the holidays. Like,
yeah,
if I had to measure it or gauge it, give an accurate.
Yeah, nobody ever comes to see me, so it's awesome because they know I'm a miserable prick. So,
living in Ohio, lock the door and arm the security system. Yeah, that was fun to play with. That was the one and only time we had like an alarm security system.
Oh, I thought you meant like a couple guards and fucking couple dogs and
No, like a numeric keypad.
yeah.
And when you'd walk in, it had like all the sensors on doors and windows. If they were triggered and you didn't turn it off
Rocket
after a
launchers,
few seconds,
RPGs,
police were called.
and RPGs were fired.
Yeah, I did not like it, man.
No,
Did not like it.
I never wanted to be shot with an RPG. It would just
No,
blow up.
the alarm.
Oh, either way.
Not my type of thing. Someone stole all my stuff. Yeah, I know. Not locking the door. I probably deserve it. Hopefully the kids will hold the fort down and shoot them with Nerf guns, chase them out.
Phil's car doors have key card access like he's in Metal Gear. He probably wears a bandana and everything.
I don't know, man. I can't.
He's got to heat the card, cool the card. It depends what, you know what I mean? He's got to do all that shit.
I like technology, right? Like, I love technology, but I don't know that I could fully commit to like an electronic lock yet. I don't think.
No way.
I don't think they've had enough generations of that shit working on a consumer level flawlessly. Like it needs. I still think overall they need some refinement. Unless you're paying like top dollar for like some government level electronic locks.
I don't like it.
You don't like them? Digital?
No, I don't like it at all.
Yeah, no. Give me the analog deadbolt and doorknob lock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do you say here? Let's check it out. Seriously, smart locks. No locksmith getting through those things. Needed. Anonymous to get in. Wait, what? So you're saying they're good or bad?
I think he's saying they're good for him.
Can open them with a magnet. Yeah, that's the other thing too. We're going to turn this episode into the locksmith episode? No, we can't do that. I don't know.
You better shut the lock up.
We got some people in the chat. Let's hear about. Can we get some opinions on unannounced, uninvited guests?
Nobody
company?
likes them. Nobody likes them. Somebody in there is like, yeah, man, I love when people show up unannounced, uninvited.
You don't think there's somebody out there that the way they like Disney or like Star Wars fan or comic book fan or this?
Nobody can
there's
like
somebody
that.
that's just all about.
It's like drinking motor oil. You just can't like it.
Can't like it.
There's
Can't
no
be
way.
done.
It can be done. You just can't like it.
Like, oh, I love company.
Yeah, I love drinking motor oil. Give me that 10W30. Like, it's gross.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah,
dude.
it's gross.
Very good comparison. Oh,
He's like, give me something a little thicker today. I'll take the 1020. Like, get the fuck out of here.
is that thicker in reality?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know.
That's
oil
what the
weight.
numbers mean. Yeah, the numbers go down. I think it gets thicker.
Looking for opinions here on unannounced and uninvited. Do we have them?
Or has anybody ever drank motor oil?
Do not do it. It's not a good idea.
No, I agree.
What was that? What was that show where they're doing all kind of nutty shit?
You can't do that on television.
No. Not the kid show, the adult version. My Strange Addiction.
Oh, yeah. There's
I don't want to get into it, but
no, I don't either.
do you not feel that like there was maybe one or two genuine people, and most of those people just did that shit for the attention
Oh,
and
absolutely.
15 minutes of fame?
Absolutely. Even the people that did the coffee enemas. Of course they did.
I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about all that.
Yeah, best part of waking up, something in your butt, I guess. That's gross.
Okay, we got an opinion. Hate uninvited guests. I'll be sure not to let you know when I'm stopping by, Phil. Fear Factor, yes. Fear Factor definitely had some weird shit going on, but
Yeah.
that was tolerable.
Wasn't that Dean Cain, the host?
Joe Rogan.
Was that Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
What was Dean Cain the host of? He was the host of Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yes, Ripley's. Did I freeze? I did. No, I didn't. I thought I froze again. That's why you don't look at one camera. You got to look at the other.
Vogue.
What'd you say? What?
No, go ahead.
Anyhow, we getting to that time, Jimmy, or not yet?
It is.
Yeah, it is. We'll start wrapping up. Hang out a few more minutes. I don't have any links yet, and I don't think I'm producing them on a large scale. A few people, I'm sending you a couple, or sending you something, especially Mr. Michael. I don't know where he's at today. But we finally got something done. I don't know if it was visible. It is backwards. Let me unmirror myself. That's what I was going to do. How would I do that? Help, Jimmy, help.
Yeah, like I can figure it out. Like, where's the volume at? Huh.
So we want to flip
the script, man.
Flip horizontal. There, now we can read. I'm not wearing something backwards. So finally got some shirts done up. I'm not qualified shirts. Because clearly we're not.
To do anything, really.
I don't know. I think we can, He's here. Oh, hey. There he is, sir. Yes. Good to see you. I didn't see you earlier. I'm sorry if I missed you. Thanks for being here, everybody. Are we gonna? What do we have going on? Because it's getting closer to Christmas. Other than work and shit ramping up.
I don't have anything going on.
Nothing going on.
No.
All right. So I don't know. We may be spotty on the schedule for a little bit. I'm not sure what all's going on for the rest of this holiday season for me, but gonna try to make it back with, what is this, a second week? Let me look at a calendar like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I could look at one and it doesn't even matter.
All right. I give up. This computer's going back to Windows 10. I cannot handle Windows 11. Just nothing works how you think it works.
It's like Windows Life.
So 2 Sundays from now is Christmas. I doubt we're not coming in here on Christmas, are we?
It doesn't matter to me. It's up to you.
All right. Let us know, people. If you want to see us here on Christmas, let us know. Mm-hmm. If not, leave some comments after. Do whatever. Email. Tell us if you want us here on Christmas. If not, we should have another episode before the year ends.
Yeah. And, just for the love of God, send a text message and let us know you're coming.
Right. That's it.
Yeah. You can end it there.
Take care, everybody. We're going to get out of here. I'll update when we get links for these. Nothing's set up yet. Not sure how we're doing it, but we did get some made.
Yeah.
No, we didn't get them made. That guy made them.
Yeah. And for the love of God, send a text and let us know you're coming.